Well, hello. It is that time of the month where we're going to go over the Austin real estate market data. It's amazing. I'm about to give you some really good news. I want you to understand what I'm understanding because I love data. I love facts because the news isn't going to tell us really what's happening. What our feeling inside isn't really going to tell us what's happening, but numbers do tell a story. So if you don't know who I am already, I am Brendan Sanford. I'm with Keller Williams, and I love numbers. So let's go into what's happening here with single-family homes in the Austin metro area from the 1st of May to the 20th of May. This is all the data and graphs that I pulled from our MLS. So instead of going through a 25-minute video, boring stuff, I just went ahead and gathered all the data. So here's at-a-glance information. I'm going to go one by one, and you may not understand some of these terms. That's okay, because after this, I'm going to go into what the conclusion is for sellers and buyers. But first, let's go into the information. The average days on market, basically the homes are selling 19.7% faster this time last year. Man, that's amazing. These sellers are really in a good boat right now. You're getting your home sold faster. I love it, and you will love it too. Well, hopefully you are. Next, the next bit of data, we're seeing an increase in active listings by 13.7% from this time last year, which I want to kind of put a grain of salt in that because we're doing an average. We're taking an average of 20 days, right? So 20 days of May from this time last year, we were at 5,390 active listings. And right now, we're at 6,241 active listings. So we haven't been able to say that all year. That's in a really good position, but we'll see what happens at the end of this month. So we'll follow up then. Next bit of data for the closed price to list price ratio, we're at 99.4%. That's very high. That's kind of normal. So this is great to see. The median list price, that has increased 7% when the last 2 years have been flat. That's amazing, especially, you know, COVID's happening and there's a 7% median list price increase. That's great. The median sales price, that went up 3.7% from this time last year. That's even higher than last month. That's fantastic. Next bit of data, the number of new listings, that's down 17%, or 2,556 listings. So I want to kind of put that in perspective. Basically, we're only 3.38 days off of where we should be if we're comparing ourselves from last year. That's not that far off. Maybe we can catch up. I don't know. But only time is going to tell us. And I'm not going to go over the closed data because I only pull that every 30 days. So in conclusion, what's happening? Long story short, business is still happening. Buyers are still buying. Sellers are still selling homes. If you're a seller, you're going to be getting a higher price compared to this time last year. And if you're a seller, your overall competition will have reduced, and it might give you a favorable position if you're an unfavorable property, if that makes sense. The homes are selling much faster compared to this time last year. So we mentioned that earlier. And a little asterisk, hey, not every area in Austin is going to be reflecting these numbers. This is just an average and median. So if the area you were in previously had less traffic, then anticipate lower buyer traffic. And your real estate agent is going to be able to identify these hyper-local neighborhood trends so you can better understand kind of what decision you should make if you're a seller. If you're a buyer, so prices they're not coming down. We can see that in the data that we just went over. Prices are not coming down. Expect to see an increase in the list prices due to the limited inventory. And it's a good time to purchase as a buyer because the buyer pool has reduced from what it was 6-7 weeks ago. And you will still see the competition, okay? You can still see multiple offers. They're happening right now for sure. And especially in the more sought after areas and sought after homes, you're definitely going to have a higher competition. Now, you may benefit as a buyer from larger incentives on new construction homes. So depending on where you are, of course, and what area of Austin. So like Easton Park, if you go, there's a bunch of builders there, like 6 different builders. Well, David Weekley, they're not going to give any discounts. I mean, they're selling like hotcakes. But there is 2 other builders there that are willing to negotiate, and you just have to know which ones to use and not use. And your real estate agent, we're going to be able to negotiate that for you and tell you which ones to go to. You should expect to close on resale properties. You should expect to pay closer to market price since the buyer demand is still greater than the active listings. And like I said before, multiple offers are still possible. And you actually may find that the expired listings, this is something your real estate agent can pull, they may benefit you because, well, either expired listings or temporary off the market listings, because you're not going to have as much competition for those properties. So you may be able to get it under contract. And lastly, the lower interest rates with the lender world, those are still going to help you with lower payments. Overall, look, COVID, it is still impacting the inventory here in Austin, which is keeping prices higher, keeping the values up, and demand is still strong. So if you have any questions about what we went over and you just need some more information, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here for you guys at any time. Otherwise, look out for my next video in 2 weeks and we'll go over the entire month's data. Talk soon. Bye-bye.